Blackmail people, blackmail. Anyway, so you've been registering your SIM, or if you like, you've been told to go and register your SIM, or if not, you will lose it. And then also your national ID card. There's a connection with the two, because without your national ID card, you cannot register your SIM. Do you have your national ID card? Do you not? Have you registered your SIM? Have you not? Why not? And what are you waiting for? Well, the Member of Parliament for Ningo Pram Pram, for example, has been speaking, says the ministry has no locus
to put an injunction.
There. It's illegal,
on the
it's
expiration
unlawful.
of SIM cards.
Exactly. I don't know what's on your mind, though.
My difficulty in all of this is, if we are supposed to re-register our SIM cards, why am I supposed to pay for it? And producers, if you can fetch that piece of news George Quaynen did from the Accra Sports Stadium, I think 2 days ago, would be very happy. So
the premium service.
Exactly. So because of the congestion and all the brouhaha that's been going on with this whole SIM card registration, now we've been told that if you want an express service, you can pay 250 Ghana cedis to be able to get it expressly done. And even with that, people who pay the 250 Ghana cedis, who were expecting express service, didn't even get it. They still came, still found huge queues, joined the queues, and nothing was happening. And I'm thinking, if we have a system that works, and Johnny, remember we were discussing it the other day, some weeks back when we opened the show, and number one, I don't even understand why there must be a SIM card re-registration. Because there was some time passed in the last 2-3 years where telcos asked us to come and register. It was actually a re-registration because anytime you buy your SIM card,
second or third time.
Exactly. Anytime you buy your SIM card anyway, it is registered with your details and everything. Now, it was the responsibility of the telcos. It wasn't even government who was asking us to re-register. And they would call you, they would text you and all that to re-register your SIM cards. Okay, now we understand that the directive is for you to join your card
link it.
Link it so it becomes a whole network of it. But why do we have a tight expiration date to it?
I've seen the queues, and it gets on my nerves when I see it.
I haven't done mine.
I see the frustration that people go through. They are in the sun, literally. And I'm talking about the SIM card registration as well. I'm talking about
the Ghana card.
It's a whole mess, if you ask me. And there seems to be some form of power play going on. You remember what Professor Kenatifua wrote, what Esla, some power play unnecessary that's going on. And I get disappointed, because we keep going around talking about digitalization. And we have, like I said earlier, some time ago, SNIT has biometric card. NHI has biometric
Your passport.
card. Passport is biometric. Driver's license is biometric. Voter ID card is biometric. 5. They are all part of the board of the NIA. Okay. Now, if they all have biometric cards, how is it then that we'll have to go through the process all over again, as if we never did in the first instance? We queued for passport, you queue for driver's license, you queue for NHI card, you queue for SNIT, you queue for voter ID card. And then when you are done, you have to queue for a Ghana card, and we are told that it is all to link it up. What sort of confusion is that? And you should see the kind of frustration. I mean, people are paying, what, 250 Ghana cedis?
Yes, and they are still not getting the premium
service. And they are getting one bottle of water. Somebody said it. Yeah. Play some George's video for us.
Yeah.
We are very grateful. We've heard your complaints, and like my ranking member has said, we will carry all of your suggestions, your complaints. I mean, the issues that people are raising here are very serious issues. That if you pay 20 Ghana cedis, they will help you jump the queue. Or that if you pay 2.5 million, then you are treated better than another Ghanaian. Yes. These are issues that we need to raise, because 2.5 million is somebody's whole monthly salary, and or even more. And so for you to ask someone to pay 2.5 million to just have a card, I understand the pain that he raised. The gentleman raised an issue, so we are grateful. We will work on it. I'm sure from tomorrow, hopefully, you would see the benefit of this engagement. But we want to assure you that we will continue to work in your best interest from Parliament. Thank you very much.
George is a member of the Communications Committee of Parliament. With him was ABF Husseini and some other members. They went out to find out what people's, opinions are about the thing. And you heard it. I mean,
what should exactly to jam the queue? 20 Ghana cedis to jam the queue and 250 Ghana cedis for express service. So why can't we be uniform in everything that we do in this country? If a SIM registration is free, let it be free. Don't tell me that if I pay 250 cedis, I'll get it faster. And even with that, and many people will buy that option because it is very frustrating. People leave their offices for hours on end. It's still not done. Sometimes 2 to 3 days in the week, nothing is done.
Sometimes more than that.
For months,
yeah,
I know. Some of the records they cannot even find anymore. And hey, Ghana.
And they have to see the painful part is where you'll be in a queue or you get there very early, maybe 4 a.m. or something like that. It gets to your turn and they tell you the system is down.
Exactly.
Or you can't be captured, go and come back later. Like is it said like that?
And we don't know what type of systems they are even using to get this thing running. if you are into IT or if you're into technology, you can help us. But I remember my brother saying something that they use a live network. I think that's what he said. I cannot really remember, but if you're watching us this morning, we're going to be opening the phone lines very soon. If you are privy to what type of systems they use for this whole process, you can let us know, because I don't understand why the systems are jammed or they are down all the time. Is that our internet that's weak? But if it's our internet that's weak, then that should send a signal that the whole communication wahala in Ghana is a no-no. The other day on my Twitter, I posted how much data is costing.
Right, it's too expensive. Too expensive in this country. And you see,
data.
It is also because as consumers, we are reluctant to speak up.
We don't complain.
You know that tariffs are also going up for utilities. And we always, sometimes I wonder what, for example, PRC is doing. Because the only time you hear perhaps of them is when the tariff is about to go up. Consumer Protection Agency.
That's the only time we hear about them.
Where are you?
Yeah, but we don't even have regular visits from electricity company or even the Ghana Water Company coming around to ask, is everything okay? Is your water flowing? How long hasn't it flown? Or is your electricity? Nothing.
Service
nothing
provision
is
in this
zero.
country.
But yet, when your bill comes, they write service charge or whatever it is. We pay for it. We are paying for it every day. But I've never seen an ECG personnel or a Ghana Water Company personnel come to my house to even ask if everything is okay. When I go to make any complaints there, now they will tell me, oh, our technicians have been booked for other places already and that will come to you in a day or two. And even that one, if you don't follow up in a day or two, they still will not come. Now, George Quaynin has also been reporting on this whole SIM card re-registration. He was at the Accra Sports Stadium and brought us this report. Let's take a look.
The 5 new centers opened by the NIA is aimed at reducing associated inconveniences and congestions at the already existing centers. And operations of these new centers will last for 40 days. It actually started yesterday. And the situation report we brought you yesterday was the fact that long winding queues were recorded. And so we're here day 2 to check if there's been some sort of improvement. But clearly, it's not what it is. The numbers keep increasing, and some persons who are here as early as 5 a.m. are still in the queue unattended to.
They said today when you come, they will use the same numbers to let us go and do the registration. When they come, they give us different numbers. So we don't know what is going on now. So we are waiting for them to come and call us.
3:30. Still, I
was here at 3:30. I don't know if I can be successfully captured today.
When we came here, they've shared another number. So the one that maybe I came to meet, supposed to be in before me. Oh, today for me, whatever have to happen, I have to get it before I go.
Yeah, my number is not 290. But every we are no, that was 4 o'clock. No number I say, 16. No more 4 be out of your numbers no aka 16 no ho and
I was here yesterday, but I wasn't attended to. Numbers that were issued yesterday, according to the officials, are not relevant today. So I am in the queue hoping for the best.
At the gate, you are given numbers to come here to proceed with the process. And clearly, concerns raised by some applicants at the gate tell you that they are really frustrated. But does the team leader here, Richard Kofi Bedu, know about these concerns? If no, let's put some of these concerns before him.
I did not give anybody number that he should come today. Indeed, I gave up to 206 yesterday. And when I went out calling the numbers, I realized some have left and they've gone home. If they've gone home without prior notice, that number would not hold. So those people have no excuse. They were not having the patience to wait, and that's why they are stranded there. But for now, the challenge is maybe internet connectivity. If the internet is stable, we are good to go. We can do more than 400 a day.
The NIA expects to capture more numbers and also improve on challenges that have been recorded. We hope this translates in the numbers. Josh Quenin, TV3 News, Accra Sports Stadium.
Right, so that was George Queen's report from the Accra Sports Stadium, and yes, I know I'm livid. Okay, put it together. No, but Ghana is frustrated.
You know the condition the gentleman put to it, the thing that if the internet is stable, we can do up to 400.
Exactly.
The people pushing for the registration to
they
be
haven't
done,
provided the speed
who are the supervisors of the space where the telcos operate, have not spoken about how bad the service is and how unnecessarily expensive it is, but they've given us a deadline.
There's the first caller on the line. Good morning, Felix. You're calling us all the way from Kumasi. Akwaba.
Okay, please, my complaint is I want to find out if there will be an extension of the re-registration and those that they made mistake on Ghana card.
Okay.
When are we supposed to go and refix it?
Okay. All right.
So you have a Ghana card, but what exactly is the mistake on it?
They made a mistake with my name. They changed it. They used another name.
They used another name?
Yes. I don't know what happened.
No, I don't understand. What's your name, please? What's your full name?
My name is Felix Osai Bones.
And what's the name on the card?
The name is Adubofo Daniel. That is my father's name.
But it's got your face on it.
Yes, they used my father's name instead of Felix, but my face is on the card.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. So that's your concern this morning. This is dire. This is serious.
Felix, thank you very much.
Thank you.
This is serious. And you see, for somebody like Felix, if the deadline is getting close and there's no proper provision that's made for him, then he will also have to go and pay 250 Ghana cedis. But it wasn't his fault that his father's name and his face were put together. The card.
But how is that? Like, how does that even work? That it's my face. I mean, on any form at all, it's your name that comes first before the details of your family's name, your mom and your dad and all that. So how does my dad's name end up on my card with my face on it?
You know the interesting thing. So your biometrics are picked. Your fingerprints are picked up. Your fingerprints can only be unique to you.
To you. That's how God made it.
So that if I come and you capture my picture and you pick my biometrics,
it will not match.
Something should tell you, the system, if it's smart enough at the back end, it tells you, this Felix situation tells you a lot is not the way it is. But we have a caller.
There's another one from Ashaiman, Lebanon. Good morning. What's your name?
Good
Hello?
morning.
Yes. What's your name, please?
I'm Kay. I'm calling from Lebanon, actually.
Right. Let's hear you.
All right. So, see, this Ghana card thing, I did a queue for like 3 weeks. I didn't get it. I don't know what the annoying part. I have to pay 2.5. What you say is real. Trust me.
Wow.
You were in the
queue. You say it's fucking real.
Oh my God!
Don't swell morning TV.
Let me tell you something. I paid. I have to wait for another 3 days before I got it. So see, this country, if you follow them, your head will pain you.
So you had to wait for 3 weeks.
I have to wait for 3 days before I even go after paying. I have to.
At 250 Ghana.
See, may I tell you something? This country, it won't follow me. Because if I had not paid, I couldn't go to work, and I was lacking at work. See, Ghana card.
I hear you. Ghana card indeed. Ghana card indeed. Ghana card indeed, man.
Oh my days.
Ghana card indeed.
The guy is super frustrated. He's even swearing on air.
And you see, thank you very much for calling us. You see, it's not just him.
It's a lot of people. It's all of us, actually.
Like you see old people, grown-ups, no preferential treatment. They are registering because somebody starts somewhere and says, go and re-register your SIM. And we've been told that it is not even grounded in law. And sometimes you hear the lawyers giving certain directives, but
Adam is also calling from Ashaiman, Lebanon. We can understand your frustration, but please make sure you don't use curse, swear words, or especially the F words whilst you're speaking to us. Good morning, Adam. How are you?
I'm fine.
Let's hear you.
Yeah. It's been 3 years now since I did mine.
Okay.
And I've been following now for the past year now. I started last year January.
Adam, sorry, before you continue, I can hear the feedback from your TV set. Can you turn down the volume of your TV set, please?
So when I went recently, and I went to check, they had two dates of birth for me with different pictures.
Hold on. On one card or on two cards?
On one card.
What do you... No.
There were two separate cards.
Okay. There were two separate cards. Hold on, Adam, we want to understand. So when you registered 3 years ago and you were going for your card finally, you realized that there were two cards in your name with two separate pictures, or what?
It was when I went to the office to check, and when they checked, it was two. When I gave them my name and they opened it up, the pictures were true with different dates of birth.
With the same name?
Yes, with the same name.
So same name, two different pictures, or the same picture?
Yes, so I complained to him that wasn't the I complained to him that wasn't the dress I wore to register. And they were like, they'll correct it for me.
So these two pictures, were they your images, or none of them was you or is you?
They were my images. So I was wondering where they got them from.
They were your images, but that wasn't the outfit you wore the day you went to register.
Yes.
So where did they get the images from?
I couldn't tell.
And where did they get the mix-up of the date of birth also from?
I don't know. So the man himself was surprised. We're all surprised over there.
Johnny, this is classic. So what's your question right now? Are you asking what can be done? Have you been able to sort it out? Has it been changed for you?
They told me they'll correct it. So I gave them the details, everything, and they gave me 3 weeks. It's a month. We are getting to 5 weeks now. And
you still haven't heard anything?
So now nothing has been told. Like, they still tell me that it hasn't been done. It hasn't been done.
Thank you very much for
Thank you very much.
So all of a sudden, the systems that they are using are able to get access to your photo book on your phone, or the photo collage on your phone, and then they're able to actually take photos.
Well, it could also be that maybe you, so like I explained, maybe your SNIT card, you use a different. So in trying to connect the data at the back end. So this is an alert for them to check what's happening at the back end. You know that I had raised questions about the Ghana Revenue Authority's portal.
Yes.
For filing taxes.
Yes.
I should not be able to file tax for
with you were mentioning it the
February,
other day. Yeah.
If February has not ended. Is a back end problem that has to be fixed. Emmanuel.
From TESHIE.
Yeah, hello.
Yes,
morning, my brother. How are you?
I'm doing good. Good morning.
Morning. How are you? Oh, he said it's good.
I would want to make a comment concerning this SIM registration thing. Now, first of all, the biometrics. I feel biometrics is meant to be protected by the national data.
That's right.
The National Data Center. These telcos, their national data collection center is not in this country. For instance, I think MTN should be in South Africa, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And then some other ones should be in those countries. So don't you think it's a breach of our privacy? Because to the best of my knowledge, I feel if the telcos need any details from me, they should be able to contact the National Data Center to get my details.
Right.
Correct me if I'm wrong, anyway. Now, so why do they need to get our own details into their own system? Despite the fact that the Ghana card, the national data already has our details. So don't you think our privacy, our security is at risk here?
Well, it's a question for the gods. I asked a question, a similar question to what you're asking, and somebody told me plainly that there is money at stake. You know that the information that the National Identification Authority has, or the data center you're talking about that it has, each time you access it, like the banks do, you have to pay a certain amount of money. I think it's 50% per usage to the owner of the database. So somebody told me that is what the communications, is the NCA, that's what they're trying to do, the telcos. They're also trying to own it so they don't have to pay money to anybody.
Yeah.
And in doing that, we are going through this stress.
Okay, so in course of doing this, don't you think our security is at risk here? Because now I am here in Ghana, a Ghanaian citizen. My data could easily be accessed, including my biometric from South Africa. If a cloning wants to take place, do you know that I could easily be cloned over there?
Yeah.
I could easily be cloned in Qatar. I could be cloned anywhere. So where is the security? The NIA, where is the security being given to me here? So I still don't stop. I have not registered my SIM card yet because I'm very cautious. Anything that has to do with my details, not especially my biometric, because I heard you talking about the importance of the biometric. And my brother, I agree with you. It is very important. It is unique. It is something that you have to protect. Because anything that has to do with your fingerprint has to do with your DNA.
That's right.
So one has to protect it. Even that's why when you visit a crime scene, they always tell you, be mindful of what you touch.
That's correct. Emmanuel,
yes.
Thank you very much for your input this morning.
You have to talk to the people, the powers that be, please, to be able to look into this thing. Thank you.
Emmanuel, thank you very much for your input this morning. And he raises some very valid points there. And that's what we've been talking about.
Data protection is weak.
Where is it? Where is the information going? Yeah. You know, at some point, even the Electoral Commission, you know, that matter came up as well, where our data was literally not here and was being sold without our say-so at some point. I don't know.
Yeah. Joyce, you're calling us from Kumasi. Thank you so much for Loris. Oh, Doris from Kumasi. Hello, Doris.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Let's hear you.
My concern is about electricity.
Okay.
Since PDS left, they stopped doing the prepaid test. And I just want to ask that when are they continue? Because the bills that they are sending us is too much. Hence, I can't even know how they accumulate and bring that bill to us.
So what you're saying is, for you, you've gone back to receiving the normal bill that comes at the end of the month from ECG?
Yes.
You don't have the privilege of going to the agent?
I want to get the prepaid because I prefer that better than the meter.
You don't have the prepaid?
Since PDS left, they stopped. So my area, we are not getting the prepaid.
Which area is this in Kumasi?
It's Trede.
Okay. And is it, do you know if it's wide in the area or is just that little place that you stay? Eh, baby Anna.
Yeah, they do it all from Santatin coming to Brofie. That's when they get their contract was disconnected or something.
Okay.
So they're supposed to continue so that we also get the prepaid. Okay. But they are not doing it.
All right. Have you lodged complaints to ECG?
No, I'm taking the opportunity today to do it because I'm watching TV3.
Right.
So
okay.
That's my request. That's why I called.
We'll get the results for you. Thank you so much for calling us. Thank you. The problems in this country are many.
So the other time I was talking to someone, I said, we used to have the Ghana Water and Sewage Corporation.
Yeah.
When Aquavitens rant came and they said we're going to make our situation better, we decided that for some strange reason, it was just going to be Ghana Water Company
we severed the sewage.
Same thing we did with Ghana Post and Telecoms, which is why Ghana Post suffered and is still suffering really.
So now it's only Ghana Post.
And then with Vodafone.
Yeah.
We have done that to so many of our institutions to the point that we literally are not providing the service as it was envisioned to be done. And that is where the problem is. And service provision, especially when people are paying for it, should be top notch. It only becomes the way it is if there is monopoly. If there's monopoly, a quality that people get. People have options. They can buy electricity from anywhere apart from ECG or Netco. You think that perhaps this will happen if they can get water from anywhere else and just not Ghana Water Company? You think it will happen? There's competition among the telcos because they have a variety. There's competition among the banks because there's a variety.
ECG
Insurance
has no
companies, yes, monopoly.
Ghana Water Company has no
monopoly, and that's what brings. I don't want to use the English word. It's okay.
Our last caller is on the line. Hello, good morning. Hello. Hello, good morning, Anthony.
Yeah, this is Anthony Bombio from Boga.
Okay, sure. Let's hear you.
How are you?
Fine, thank you, sir. How are you too?
Yeah, I want to talk to Johnny Hughes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, talk to me.
Johnny Hughes, good morning.
Morning, my brother. How are you?
One guy called Felix.
Right.
Concerning the NIA.
Say again.
I wanted to just verify something from then make some clarification.
Okay.
Yes. You see, the way he said that somebody, the surname was inside the name.
It was the father's name.
That happens to me, Boga here. John.
Okay.
Yes. So I want you to just also advise them, and I like the way you have been commenting every morning, and I'm watching your program. I want to appreciate what you are doing.
Thank you.
And because of Felix calls initially what he said, the same thing happens to me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Anthony, from Boga all the way. Send Momo next time.
To say thank you to you, to appreciate you.
Yeah, send Momo. Send Momo. But we will continue to have some of these sessions because service provision is key. And once we're paying for service, we must hold people accountable for it to give us the best. I mean, we travel outside. Service provision is
key.
Top notch.
It's key.
If you make a complaint to a service provider,
immediately it's sorted out. Immediately.
In our case,
yeah,
I've had occasion to buy electricity. They deducted the money from my Momo account immediately. And then they sent me that the system is down.
Yeah.
So they can't give me the credit.
Yes. So I have 200 cedis credit sitting down right now that I haven't been able to load.
So you have deducted the money from my account.
Yes.
Your system was not down.
But you don't have
But
the
a minute
power.
after you deducted my money, you are keeping it. The
You
system is down. Then they tell you the two are not connected. So I asked the young lady, I know you are recording this for whatever purposes, but does it make sense to you?
So the electricity company, which is at MF's estate, is where we lodged this complaint. So I bought 200 cedis worth of prepaid electricity, but when I got home and I loaded the prepaid, it didn't work. So I got back to the agent and she tells me to go back to electricity, the mother company, to lodge the complaint. Now, when I went there, they checked and they said, okay, yes, you indeed bought 200 Ghana cedis. Go back home and load it and it will work. Till today, it hasn't worked. If you've got answers for me, please make sure you let me know. I need my power or my money back. Thank you very much.
Well, somebody sends me, some of the challenges with people not getting their Ghana card is as a result of them providing different information during both registrations. That is a different information provided during President Kufuor's era and another one during the current registration. So they are all better, Jeble and the rest. But I thought that we said that we had wiped it and we're starting all over again.
And you see, I would just take the problem straight back to the births and deaths registry. If they were keeping proper records with your parents' name, with phone numbers and everything, it would have continued like chronologically like that.
Cookie, let me shock you. Do you know that in this country, there are people who
have died?
No, they have no birth certificates.
They've been born.
Because the country itself started wisening up at some point. So if you go to the birth and death registry office now, today, right now, the office, it looks like more like the death registry than the birth registry. Have you ever tried to go there to look for your birth certificate before? Have you tried it? The pile of documents that somebody will have to go and comb through. I mean, when we keep talking about digitalization, how the hell is it not possible that with all the talk, somebody who's been delivered this morning at Asimfosu is not immediately connected onto a system, so that when they turn 18, we know that they are eligible to vote. But because of our own corrupt activities, we wait and we queue. We make people queue every single time there's going to be an election in the name of we are going to update the register.
But we
then
have
part the register.
Deaths registry.
Why do we do this to ourselves?
We'll continue.
See, when you see the birth and death registry office. Meanwhile, we have increased fees and charges by the 2022 budget by 15%.
Hey, good.
So when you get birth certificate, the price has gone up from what you know by 15%. Passport, 15%. Death certificate, 15%. Every single thing, DVL, 15%. And the service is to Muda.